Good call. Good call.
Oh man.
Oh, that is good too. Okay, hey, we are here back with the Radcast. It's been a fucking minute. I can say fuck now. We don't air anymore. We're not on 94.9.
Oh, actually?
Yeah, this is just on YouTube. We can
Let's
say fuck.
fucking go.
We can say
Fuck.
shit. We can say cunt. It's fucking great.
That's crazy.
Yeah, you can say whatever the fuck you want. Just yeah, no slurs, please.
Yeah,
I didn't figure you guys would. This isn't fucking Screwdriver. But shout out MDC. Nazi shouldn't drive. Anyway, we are here with ENBW, the award-winning band. You guys just picked up your award too, right?
Yes,
Forest
sir.
City London Music Youth Award.
I forgot mine in the car.
They spelled
you
my name
got
right.
it.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, we're gonna have a photo of that. You boys with
Yes,
that
sir.
for the cover for the thumbnail.
The one that says Hilton Schneckenburger on it. Because
The right
here,
way.
here we live up to the Schneckenburger standard.
Thank
Yep.
God. But yeah, so you guys just put out a single. How the hell do you pronounce that? Per little?
Yes.
PRLTTE.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Stands
okay,
for
just spell
Punk
it.
Rock Losers Till the End.
Oh, okay.
I
yeah,
just
should
figured
look at
dots
that.
in between each letter wasn't very punk rock. So.
No, it's cool. It's like a whole Prince thing when he had that like unpronounceable symbol, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then you guys last year, a year just passed for your Zero Experience release.
Yes,
Yep.
sir.
Was what, like last week? Couple weeks?
I
Yeah,
believe
last week.
so.
Yeah, last week.
Okay, and yeah, what do you guys have coming up?
Okay, so we got in the studio at the Boys and Girls Club in London, the Digital Creative Arts Center. So we may have done a couple songs there, and we may have another recording studio time session at the Sugar Shack.
Oh, you're going to the
Knock on
Sugar
wood.
Shack.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. First time doing an actual song there, because we did the drums for Zero Experience at the Sugar Shack, and we tracked with Kyle Ashbourne. I think that's how you pronounce his last name, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, great guy. But we haven't actually done like a full production session thing around that.
Yeah, I remember I sat in on. Well, I was on vocals, gang vocals with Ian from Mental State
Yeah,
and Adam, not Adam, Thomas from Lovers, and I think a couple other guys for their last record, that last little EP that came out. And I sat in for that entire thing. So you guys are set, dude. Sugar Shack is sick.
Oh yeah, dude.
But yeah, so let's move in. Like, what was the formation of your band like? How'd you guys meet? How'd you guys start playing music?
We've been friends literally our whole life.
Yeah, like we're talking kindergarten, right about
Yep.
there.
Dude, like, literally. And, we both lived in Elmer. We both grew up in Elmer, born and raised. Around summer 2018, I moved to Tilsonburg, which is where, like, my family is from. And it's, like, always hard. It was always hard because, like, whenever we'd host events, they'd have to come from Tilsonburg to Elmer. And so they figured, like, okay, well, why don't we just come to them? And so we ended up moving, and it's weird because I never ever thought I'd
family
move.
event. Sorry, I was like, we weren't putting on concerts in 2018. Yeah, sorry,
I was talking about how I
Got you.
because that caused me and Ian to like separate a bit.
Yeah.
But the one thing that got us kind of back together is music, because he was in this thing called,
Studio Arts, St. Thomas, Ontario.
and basically like, I forget what you do there.
Okay, so it was like, you know how there are like spots where you can get lessons on how to play guitar
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
if you're really shit at it. Mostly because you're a little kid, but so there was another program involved in it where you could like be in a band and get band experience.
It's kind of like an MIA type deal, but it's not through
Yeah.
college.
It's through this like, I don't know, they called it rock school, but it was like, I don't know, you're paying $100 and something a month to be in a band essentially.
That's not bad.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Then you learn everything, and you stop paying, and then you just stay in the band.
Yeah, it was enjoyable, and that's what I planned to do, because I had like a business mindset of like, we need to grow this thing, but it was like not serious at all, because it was like a rock school for
I was
little
taking
kids.
it serious, if anything.
What was that band called? Was it just you two, or was there other people in it?
There were other people.
There were other people. We were called the Modified.
The
Yeah.
Modified. I like that name. That's a good name.
Yeah. So the reason that we decided to like leave was mostly because of COVID, but also like right before we went into that, there was I don't know, there was this new guy that came into the band because you pay to be in the band, right? So there's
Yeah.
no control over who comes in or what they do. And the leader, the kind of teacher of the band, love him, Brendan May, great guy, but he asked the bassist, and I don't know if this bothered you as much as it bothered me, but he was like, okay, we could change the name to something like, I don't know, Orange Destiny was, I think, one of the things.
One of them was Mr. Brown, the Board of Education.
Yeah, but he was like, and looking back, that's kind of funny actually. But in my little kid business mindset that we needed to grow the whole thing in order to establish a brand, I was like, there's no control, and we're paying a ton of money to be in it, so it's not really worth it. And then COVID kind of came up at the same spot, and we just dipped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like summer 2020 was when EMBW formed. Like I'd say June 2020 was when we like kind of established ourselves, because EMBW was like his solo project originally.
Yeah.
Kind of like going solo. I was going to be his live drummer, but over time he found out, holy shit, like maybe we need to like kind of come together like as one.
Yeah. That's anyone that thinks that, like, even though ENBW is like technically my name, it's the both of us. Whenever you think of it, it's both of us. I'm just Ian Webster. That's all I am. ENBW is the group. And maybe it used to not be like that, but now it definitely is, because yeah.
So yeah, speaking on that, it's just the two of you, and you don't run a bass live. So let's can we get a rundown on how you like run that setup?
Yes, you can. So I did a bunch of research, probably like 2021, because our first couple gigs we played, we didn't have any fancy anything. It was just
bare bones.
It was a guitar and drums, and it wasn't very good. But yeah, so I decided, you know what? I feel like if you're in the studio, right, and this is kind of my outlook on the whole thing. If you're in the studio and you're recording like 3-part harmonies for your album and stuff, and you're recording, I don't know, synth or whatever, and then you're a 3-piece and you just have your guitar, drums, and bass, there's nothing wrong with that. But to me, if it was me performing it, I feel like there's something that I'm not letting the audience have. So I figured, okay, there has to be some way to get that to them. So I discovered backing tracks, and what we do is we have a click track, and right now it's not like fancy click or anything where I can like route the digital audio workstation's click to the track or anything. We literally just MIDI track and go with our finger and just click through the whole thing, and then just pan it left so he hears a click, and everything else that isn't played live is sent to the house speakers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I trigger that off I trigger that usually off like, I used to do my phone, but my phone has been really fucky lately with the soundboard app, and we use the soundboard app for where we put the tracks in. It's actually really good. I think it's called Soundboard Studio. I'll have to look at it after, but
not sponsored.
Yeah, not at all. And we put our tracks in there, and it's cool because we can add transitions, like we can like add like a fade out or a fade in, and we could have like little intros like intros or outros or like little things in between. That's what I like about it the most. And my phone hasn't been really working with it as much, so we've been using Ian's iPod.
Using an iPod 6. Because it's like the only phone that I still have that still has.
I love it though, because I can actually have my phone, and I tried to live stream on Instagram twice, because we played a Palisade gig last month, and that was good. My phone died before we even started our set. Then I tried to live stream it again on Instagram. Literally, like, we opened with PRLTTE. Literally, like,
on the speaker.
5 seconds into PRLTTE, my phone falls over.
And it just sat there for like
30 minutes.
30 minutes,
Yep.
yeah, the whole set.
And then I picked it up after, like, fuck.
Yeah, that happened to the boys in Spinster too. I remember I was shooting the shit with them one time, and Rico was telling me they were like trying to shoot that, and halfway through, Matt gets a call from one of their buddies who's watching it. I think it was Gary calls Matt, because Gary wasn't in the band yet. And he goes, "Yeah, man, your phone fell over. The stream's dead, man. They gotta go pick it back up. They have like 2 songs left."
Oh, man.
That's like my biggest fear, though. Is now I don't think I have to worry about it, because I think the way that we're gearing is we're probably going to start using a computer with a soundboard app on it.
Yeah.
But my biggest fear, and it happened at practice one time, and it like terrified me, is that he would get a phone call while the set was going.
Run it in airplane
So
mode.
yeah,
that's
what we started
Put
doing.
on
Yeah.
Do not disturb or whatever.
Yeah. So now we don't have to worry about that, but I was really worried.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because I
Well-
mean, We were having a conversation about using drum pads. I remember we were talking a while back.
Because I want to do some like Daniel Fang type stuff where like have like and honestly I still really do want to do it. Either I originally want to go with the Alesis pad to run tracks, but I did some research and found out like if there's like too much tracks in like and you put it in USB, it'll become really like fucky and like it'll take like minutes to load a frickin' just a whole pad. So it's like
We gotta wait till we have...
yeah. So our shows would be like if we had like 12 songs, like just the wait time in between would just be
We have a 2-hour set. You do the thing the big bands do where they just go black and then drink water and then come back at it in a couple minutes.
Yeah. That's so ultimately I think I do still really want to go. I think the Roland pad way would probably be best, but that's also probably the most expensive. But we also could just do like a beat machine or whatever.
Yeah, the mini beat machine.
Because that's what Morav, our good friends Morav do.
Yeah.
Go check out their new album.
Turn around.
Yep.
Shout out.
Of course we had to shout them out.
Yeah.
Elmer buddies.
The only other pop punk band.
Literally.
Yeah, the only other people in Elmer who weren't like racist cowboys.
Literally.
Oh my! Was it that Legion show? Like,
Use like their drummer Sean. They use it to run samples.
Yeah.
They don't use actually.
The goal. I don't. My goal. I don't know if this like matches up with what Hilton's goal is. But eventually, I just want to use backing tracks to fill out, but I want to have the majority of the things. Like, obviously, it's going to be way in the future, but if we had a synth player...
Yeah, I personally want to do, like... I do want to do something like Morav, or like what Turnstile do is that you have like it's Turnstile, like, and obviously I talk about Turnstile a lot. They're my fucking like favorite band as of right now. I don't know favorite band of all time, but as of right now, my favorite band this moment. They're so fucking good. They have like a 5-piece band. They got the drummer, bassist, lead singer. Then they got 2 guitarists, but obviously they still incorporate samples and all that cool stuff. And now they just started doing this too. Brendan, the lead singer, he just goes next to the drum kit. He has like a synth thing that he plays, which is really cool.
It's kind of like Geddy Lee from Rush. He does bass and keys at the same time.
Oh yeah.
So, yeah. Well, we'll just have to see. Like, that's one thing I do like is how bands evolve. But like technology wise, what gear they use, it's really cool to see.
Well, I mean, on that, there's been some like controversy over backing tracks. I know you guys like, use it to fill it out, and personally, like that's how it should be, right?
Yeah.
But some bands, they're using it to cover up mistakes. Like, so you'll be playing live, and they'll just run the exact same studio guitar track behind it. What's your opinion on that?
It doesn't sit right with me, honestly. Like, it's like I'd understand it if you're like a vocalist and you're sick or whatever and you still want to put on a show. I understand it to fill out some of that stuff. But like with a guitarist, just why can't you just do it?
Like,
and
with Motley Crue stuff. Or
apparently there's like, I don't know. We were talking on the way here about like Tommy Lee using drum.
I saw
samples.
a video of him walking up to the drum kit and the hi-hat counting in. He hadn't even picked up his sticks yet. And maybe that was just a count-in thing, because I do believe he plays his drums. I don't believe they're just like some music video type drums where they're low tuned and like have double cymbals on each one where you can't hear shit.
That would be so
But I do maybe think it was a count-in thing, and you can see clearly in the video that he wasn't even up on the kit and he didn't even pick up his sticks yet, and it was already counting in. So
yeah, I think it's, I don't know, it doesn't sit right with me. But like if you do it 1 or 2 times because you're sick or you're injured or something, I understand that. Yeah. Like if I broke my hand or something, I would still do a show and do vocals with stuff, and I'd probably have guitar tracks because that's better than canceling the whole thing. But if I was just like feeling lazy, that's when I look at it where it's like,
yeah, and you were like, I remember originally you were like when I actually was I the first person that came to you suggesting we have backing tracks?
Oh yeah, I was 100% against it.
Because I was into 21 Pilots and they use backing tracks. So I was just like, maybe we should, because our performances sound empty. I came to him about it and he was really against it originally. What I want to ask you, what made you change your mind?
It's Elmer. I couldn't find anyone to play with us.
Yeah, no, so yeah, real low key, but friend may or may not be setting up a band, and we had to get they had to get half the people out of London.
Ugh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
totally.
Not me, definitely not me.
Oh yeah, no.
That might be public by now.
Yeah, by now.
Last
but-
cut.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the story of the band.
You want to talk about gear or anything?
Well, yeah. I mean, if you guys want to shoot off about gear, what you guys use?
I'm not super picky or complicated. Like, I'm not a guitar snob or anything. I literally just like most of my guitars. I have an Epiphone SG. It's nice and light. I really do like light guitars because I love to just jump around on stage and stuff. And it's harder with heavier guitars, obviously. But yeah, I literally just switch between a Squier Stratocaster, Epiphone LPJ, Les Paul Jr., and Gibson SG. And then my board's pretty simple too. It's really just like a Rat for main distortion. And then
I bought him that at Christmas time.
yes, he did. And then this one is a little bit controversial. I do use a Code 100 head, so it's like some people are a little bit against it, but it's like it was cheap and I thought it was really cool how
What's
many like
the issue with it?
it's just the thing that people are like, digital amps don't sound like
Oh,
real
it's
guitars
just
and stuff
snob
like that.
bullshit.
But it's like, unless it's a $10,000 Kemper, obviously.
Oh, then that's okay.
Yeah, no. But yeah, no, it works. I just run a clean signal and then I run into, all the distortion,
board, yeah.
the wheedly dees and the doodly doos.
Basically, for my drum stuff.
Oh, here we go. He's taking it.
Basically, for my drum stuff, I bought a Gretsch kit like February this year.
Beautiful kit.
It is really nice. The only it's not even a negative, but it's just really it's smaller. It's not like really small, but it is smaller. I use Sabian and Zildjian cymbals. I use this S series for the Zildjian, and almost all of them are either have cracks in them or just really worn out. The one that's kind of stood the test of time has been my 20-inch Ride that I constantly crash on, and looking back on it, probably shouldn't have, but I don't. And the thing is, like, whenever I crash on it, I feel like it's just gonna fall off, and it has before, 100%. Remember the Dundas show?
Oh, yeah.
Where everything like just fell over. So yeah, I'm trying to sell that, and
Oh, yeah, you put it on Kijiji.
yeah, I put it on Kijiji.
Put it on Marketplace.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I'm trying to sell that so I can I want one line I really want is the Zildjian K Suite line. Those are really nice. The Ride on Zero Experience is actually a K Suite ride. It's so crisp.
Thank you, Kyle.
Yes, thank you so much, Kyle. I hope we get to use it with Simon.
Yeah.
I hope. Oh, I hope, because it cuts through really nice. Something you can actually crash on too because of how thin it is. And I'm also trying to like work with bigger cymbals as well. Like just bigger crashes, because usually on my left side I have a 16. Right side I have an 18, but what I'm going to try and do is have an 18 on my left and then a 19 or a 20 even on my right side. And so, yeah, I also found these really nice hi-hats, but they're Sabian, but they're also dry, so they're basically the K-Suite line. They're like, I found them on Gear Hunter on Long and McQuaid, so I forget what part of Ontario it's from, but like they're like $300, so I might be getting those soon. I just bought a Chad Smith cowbell. Oh yeah,
We're going to have more cowbell in our sets.
100%.
You gotta get like 2 cowbells, like the Rage Against the Machine guy, and just.
Dude, it's a fucking big thing.
Oh, dude, cowbells are nice when used right. Like, Don't Fear the Reaper. Holy shit.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Just
of course.
just replace the cymbals with cowbells.
I'm gonna be like, mostly I'll use it during obviously pure LTT during that samba part, and I'll also probably use it during Violence to do. I'll figure out some stuff.
Yeah.
Like that.
Fun.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah, moving on into influences. We'll break down more specific as we go into the record, but just in general, like what bands influence you, what artists?
Okay, so me, it's honestly just like simple, average pop punk stuff. Bowling for Soup for lyrics. I do like to write comedic songs sometimes. Sometimes Emotional Damage gets in the way of my comedic songwriting, but really, Bowling for Soup, Blink-182, Simple Plan, Sum 41 a little bit, and like recently I've been getting into Bring Me the Horizon a little bit.
Ooh,
So
what
that's
kind of their
been-
stuff? Because that's a huge just arc of
Oh,
different
yeah.
stuff.
We did do this. We did this thing at our latest Palisade show where we had like an encore, and I had literally just seen the night before. It was Bring Me the Horizon at I don't remember if it was Hellfest or Rockville.
Was it Molson? Because I know they
I
just
didn't.
played out in Rome.
I didn't go see them,
Oh,
unfortunately.
okay.
But I mean, like, I saw a video
Oh,
of their
okay,
set
yeah.
at this like huge festival, and they did this thing where they had like a computer, face or whatever say a bunch of stuff, and I was like, that'd be cool. And we,
Parasite Eve.
yeah, part of that. But they like had they had a storyline of the set, and I really liked it. And it was basically like something along the lines of like AI wants to take over the world, and it's like you're here at this show because they're like testing you, and Bring Me the Horizon is like, no, don't listen to them. And like,
Okay, so kind of like how Death Clock will run like animations that they did just
Yeah.
for the live shows behind it.
yeah, so like I love that, and we incorporated a little bit into our Palisade gig. I don't know if I told you it's because I watched a lot of Bring Me the Horizon the night before.
It was 100%.
It was that, well, you could tell, I guess.
Well,
but
because I wrote an interlude for usually after Deathbed, I have a drum solo with like a synth playing a background trigger with my backing tracks. But I want to do something new for our backing tracks. After we play Deathbed, we kind of go into a jam thing, and then with the jam thing obviously would be with like bass in the background, so it'd be a backing track thing, and then we go into my drum solo. But obviously we didn't have that ready in time for Palisade, so we're like, okay, I'm just gonna write this synth interlude. So I wrote that, and then Ian's like, maybe we should put the voice over that. That's what it originally was at first.
and it didn't work.
No, because it was more of like a peaceful kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what we did is we got this like AI voice to say like, get ready to go crazy or whatever. Do you want to hear one more song and stuff? But it wasn't like typical like us screaming in the microphone. Do you guys want to hear one more song? It was like this. We're like, we don't make the rules, and then like an AI voice came, and I thought it was cool. And yeah, inspiration. Sorry, back to that conversation. Really, I said, yeah, Blink-182, Simple Plan, Sum 41. Some people have said my voice kind of sounds like Billy Joe Armstrong and like a little bit of Gerard Way, the way he gains his voice.
Yeah, I can definitely hear that. I can definitely hear that vibe.
I've definitely heard people say that, but like around when we first started.
Yeah. The little kid voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, what are your inspirations?
I have a lot of influences, not even just from punk rock, but like from other genres. I'm 100% very influenced by Turnstile, the way Daniel Fang drums. That guy is absolutely phenomenal. Literally days of shows, I'll watch just drum cams of him drumming, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to like imagine myself drumming like that, because one thing I always want to work on drumming is my technique, because I don't know if I'm insecure about it. It's just I really want to make sure I'm not like sloppy or look sloppy when I'm playing. So yeah, I'm definitely influenced by Turnstile. I'm definitely influenced by like maybe some metalcore too, like Knocked Loose, Jesus Piece. I try to kind of incorporate that metal stuff into punk 100%.
We're calling Knocked Loose metalcore.
I guess.
It's like a hardcore band. Anyway, Knocked Loose, good band. Shout out Knocked Loose.
100%. Go listen to Deep in the Willow.
God. Okay, yeah, this is off track, but Jesus fucking
dude,
Christ. How do you top the fucking breakdown from Counting Worms? And they fucking did it.
Everything is quiet now. Oh,
Dude, both those are insane. Like, I wouldn't say that Everything Is Quiet tops Arf Arf, but fucking Knocked Loose, motherfucker, is like the coolest shit of the fucking year. That record is, I'm so hyped for that record,
yeah,
man.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, Jesus Piece are cool too. Their drummer is really cool. I forget his name. It's something Aponte. I take influences from like a lot of. Well, I just listen to a lot of different music in general. I listen to like rap. I listen to indie shit, like Wallows.
Oh, fucking love Wallows.
And 21 Pilots. I haven't listened to 21 Pilots in a minute, but
So, so I remember I saw, it would have been the release show for Zero Experience. You guys covered a Modern Baseball song.
Yeah.
Yeah, who'd that come from? Was that just like a mutual?
I think
like,
it was
we both
Ian.
like Modern
I
Baseball?
think honestly, dude, I was like trying to get into more
The Midwest stuff?
yeah, the Midwest pop punk stuff, and I think I just listened to a playlist and I was like, I really like this song, and I said it to Hilton, and I'm like, hey, you want to cover it? And now people have like kind of come to expect it, but with the end of Zero Experience, we don't know like how often we're gonna play it. But it's
always cool to have covers and sets, but
Yeah.
especially era wise too. Like just swap it out. I mean,
yes,
shit, dude. You listen to Joyce Manor at all?
I've heard of them.
Check him out. Fucking Never Hungover Again is a
Okay.
killer record. I think you guys would do a killer version of Catalina Fight song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Or like we should
Okay.
do like a title fight.
Oh, title fight, dude.
Like-
oh my god.
What's the one? Yeah.
I only listen to a little bit of their stuff because I know Hunter from Polluted's big into title fight.
Oh yeah.
So he sent me a couple of their songs. They're really fucking good. But yeah, I mean, dude, because Catalina Fight songs, I mean, like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So you could probably do that, like half the first song, transfer into it, and then finish the title fight song. I think that would be fucking sick.
That'd be cool. Like I listened to it last night. It's called Yeah. It's I forget what albums it's off of, but it kind of reminds me of Josie by Blink.
Oh,
It's like
okay.
that speed.
Okay.
Title fight are really cool. I hope they get back together.
We do have some cool covers kicking out though.
Oh, yes.
We do have some
I'm
good
so
ones.
excited.
You want to give us a little taster? Couple
All
song
right,
names?
we'll say the newest new one. I think you should say it because you know it's
Okay.
your favorite band.
Really excited. We're covering a Turnstile song. But the thing is, it's like off their first EP. It's called The Things You Do. I don't know
It's a good
if
song.
yeah,
It's a good song either way. Even if people don't know it, it's a good song to like.
because
just-
it's like a minute long too, and it's in D. And we have two songs like Shoulder and PROTTE are in D, and we kind of want to start starting our set with those. And so those big three songs, The Things You Do, PROTTE, and Shoulder, I think those are songs we can even like switch around in
Yeah.
sets.
yeah,
we can
because
find
they
them.
all blend into each other perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm really hyped to play that.
Yeah, and yeah, I'm gonna save saying the rest of the cover names just because I don't know which ones are actually gonna get out and see the light of day and which ones are just gonna stay demos on my computer. But yeah,
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, moving on. 1 year of Zero Experience. We're gonna get a little retrospective on that.
so crazy.
So I don't have to break for ads. Why the fuck am I teasing an ad break? Okay, right into 2. What can you tell me about 2? Anything about it? Your influences on it? Whatever the hell you want to talk about. Any funny stories recording?
Okay, so I Hate Everything is my attempt at writing a good Charlotte song.
Okay, we're talking about 2 though.
Oh, 2? Sorry.
Yeah, we're going right in order.
I forgot that we had a name for that title track because we were just gonna call it Untitled at the very beginning. Okay, so 2 is just a collection of it's the chords for Pink Eye. It's just really
It
slowed
literally,
down.
if anything, it is Pink Eye, but we figured after a while, like, you know what if we split it
Yeah,
in
it was
two?
Pink Eye.
Yeah, I do like calling it Pink Eye technically. Still.
It's Pink Eye.
So you said they kind of go together like a whole like.
Yeah, like if you listen to it on Spotify, it transitions.
Yeah, it's like an opening track. It's like a almost with a fucking prelude. I guess
Yeah,
is the word.
yeah.
And there's a bunch of samples. in
Yeah,
it.
so what it is, it's basically just like random clips of stuff on my phone and friends, and you can see that I just, like, on the Spotify it says feet, da 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 da, and it's just like random people where I listen to these clips, and I'm like, oh, that's my friend, this guy's voice, and that's the host of Tailgate Talent Show's voice, so I just like, boom, feet, him, feet, Kyle Bergstresser, Trevor Thiessen, all those people that just had voice clips on my phone, and I don't know, it just sounded cool. And when we put it together into this whole like storyline, kind of, it's like random, but we took random clips off my phone and made it into a storyline of like telling someone about our band and being like, what do you think of them? And they're like, oh, they suck, and something like that, and then it goes into Pink Eye.
Yeah,
I think.
that's what I like about it.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what that storyline was. I need to listen to 2 more often. You can tell I just always skip to Pink Eye on my own record.
Yeah, something tells me that 2 isn't 2 like really popular. I swear it is.
Yeah, because it's like the opening track, right? So everyone...
Let me just bring that up real
Clicks on
quick
it.
on Spotify here.
Spotify.
Spotify. Shout out Spotify.
And one of the samples is was it Chuck something from Simple
Oh,
Plan?
yeah. So Hilton got a cameo from Chuck Camus from Simple Plan, and he is talking about our band, but we couldn't like legally put him in the song, obviously, because we couldn't get in contact with them. So he's not mentioned in the feats, but that's something I don't think we've ever said that on an interview before.
No, I don't think we have.
Is that the drummer from Simple Plan is technically?
Do you want that cut out? Is that like legal? Are you allowed to legally say that?
I don't know. It was paid off Cameo.
Well, if you bought it, I'm assuming you
yeah.
have the
Yeah.
rights.
Yeah. But he got Hilton a birthday message and was like, "Oh, I heard you're in a band," and we're like, "Oh, dude, this is golden. We're definitely gonna put this in the track." But yeah, hopefully they don't come after me. I said I like Simple Plan. Okay.
They're not. I don't think the band will come after you.
Yeah. I listen to your band and I love your music.
Yeah.
Don't sue me.
On the off chance this podcast blows the hell up and the Simple Plan guys hear it, please don't sue them.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
So,
yeah, that's two.
You want to just move right into Pink Eye and then I'll play both together after?
Sure. Yeah. So Pink Eye is, it's basically just like the world sucks and, just, it seems like there's always so many negative things, but instead of like looking up to the positive, you just can't, and you have to close one eye and hope that you don't see the other stuff going on, but it's there. And just, angst about the future and stuff like that.
And yeah, Pink Eye's used as a metaphor for that. But another thing that I also like diving into is when we were making the EP, I actually got Pink Eye.
Ooh!
While we were recording Pink Eye.
And then literally Ian sends me a note of lyrics and it says Pink Eye and just some lyrics. I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool. He writes a demo that night. And originally, we didn't know what to open the EP with. Originally, we were going to open it with Nevermind. But he sends me this demo, and when I hear it, I'm jumping off the walls, and I'm like, holy crap, we need to open the EP with this, 100%. Like I don't care what you say, we're opening the EP with this, because I'm like, this is one of the best songs we ever made, and we haven't opened with Pink Eye in a long time, but I think when we have Pink Eye return, Pink Eye definitely gives me that crowd circle type middle show vibe. 100%.
Yeah.
I can definitely see it being that song too. So yeah, it's just a fan favorite. It's a favorite for both of us.
Yeah.
It's just the reason we stopped opening with it is because it's really fucking tiring to play on the drums.
Yeah, and it's also like the opener, and usually we're the opener, so the opener for the opener usually doesn't get a ton of energy, so we wanted to save it for like further in the set, but yeah. We'll get to it eventually. We'll get back. We haven't forgotten about Pink Eye.
So yeah, I heard it here first. I haven't forgotten about Pink Eye, neither will you. 2, Pink Eye, coming right up right here.
For the history books. Question. I'm gonna say a name of an artist and you tell me if you've listened to their music. Ian B. Ready? Yeah. No. Oh, what's this? How fitting. Pink eye, pink eye, pink eye.
All right, yeah, that was Pink Eye and 2, EMBW, which the guys were interviewing. This is still a radio show somehow. Paid $12,000 for that degree. I'm going to fucking use it. All right, yeah. Now moving right into Cool Kids.
All
What can you
right.
tell me about that?
All right. So Cool Kids is basically just an anthem to. Okay. So basically, it's just a song about like bullies suck, and don't let people tell you what to do, and don't let people tell you who to be. Why should you care? They're just cool kids, and whatever the kids in the Mustang that pull out of the parking lot or whatever.
Or
think
the kids,
they're hot shit.
Or the kids that wear the Bass Pro Shop hats and ride their daddy's broken down truck.
Yeah, we get some of that. In this
We got
radio
a lot
show.
of those at my school.
Dude, welcome to every fucking place in Ontario that isn't a major city.
I mean, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, but if they treat you like shit, fuck them, and that's pretty much what Cool Kids is about.
Yeah.
And the way that we did it in the music video, we actually got Max McGill from Full Throttle to do the
Shout out Full
acting in
Throttle.
that.
Also, it's also Kalen, the drummer of Full Throttle's birthday today, so happy birthday, Kalen.
Today, as in
August 19th. We're recording this on August 19th.
Yes, sir. Okay, what was I saying again? Oh, yeah. Sorry, I do get lost in a train of thought a lot.
Hey, dude, no, it's a podcast.
Okay.
It's good for that.
Yeah, fair enough. So yeah, we got Max McGill to do that. That was a really fun shoot. And the way that we did the music videos, we bought this like bully puppet, and we put sunglasses on it, and we were like, we're gonna have this like bully puppet that's like, I don't know, less than 14 inches tall, just push around this like I don't know how tall Max is, like 5'9",
Fully grown man.
6 foot. Yeah, basically
grown
like
man.
fully grown man around, and him be like, yeah. And so the audience would be looking at it like, man, why is he letting him do that? And that's kind of a contrast on like, okay, so now look at your situation. Why are you letting them do that? Right?
The bully puppet represents how meaningless they are.
And small and insignificant to your life. Like even
Because high school is only 4 years. Literally, we're going into our last year.
it's just crazy. But
Yeah, literally.
yeah,
Well, that's all you got for Cool Kids?
Pretty much.
pretty much. Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's obviously the one where
We always.
should we
We're never playing it live.
Should we? Probably not,
Never,
because
ever,
we
no.
played it. We played it at the Zero Experience release party, and I botched the solo.
In my opinion, when we just released the EP, I thought it was the best on the EP.
Looking
but
back,
after we've played it like a couple times, it's for some reason it's just that one song that we like that I don't think really should be played live.
yeah, like it works better because it's like more of a rap-ish type song, and it has like sub bass in it and synth bass focus mostly. It just doesn't work the same. Like whenever we play it live, like we love using the backing tracks and stuff, but if you have to rely too heavily on them to the fact where I'm not even like playing guitar during a verse and it's carrying everything because there's trap drums, it just doesn't seem right live. Like it's
So we've kind of put that one in the vault.
yeah.
Not to say maybe one day we will come back to it,
Maybe
but
someday
as for
if
now,
I can get better at playing the guitar solo.
or if I
whatever.
can not overcomplicate things on drums. Go.
Yeah. Also, we just randomly decided that Hilton was going to do a rap verse, and he was working on this character called Cleo.
Okay, so basically, yeah,
Yeah.
you can laugh. It's fine.
Cleo.
Dude, like I wanted to do a rap career. I wanted to be like the next like Mac Miller, like Tyler the Creator.
God.
I know. It's like end of August. I'm like, I just need to go with EMBW because literally, if I go to this rap stuff, because I was really ready to commit. My original plan was like, okay, February 2023, I'm gonna leave EMBW.
Yeah, you called me and you were like, "Listen, I don't have full intent to stay in this. I kind of want to do the rap."
Yeah, and then end of summer, I'm like, this is just stupid. I'm not even that good, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah. No, I honestly think the verse in Cool Kids is really good. Just
I think it's corny.
okay, well.
It's fun.
Either way, yeah, it's just fun, and it was a super fun video to shoot. We just like
That was really
we
fun.
got to go under this like bridge
I
in
loved
Elmer
getting
that I've
to
always
smash the blue rock star.
Yeah. We bought a rock star and just had him spit it out and smash it on the ground. It was really fun.
Tasted terrible.
And this lady walked by in the middle of in the shoot. This lady walked by in the middle of the shoot, and she peers down the side of the bridge.
and
was
I'm
like,
just going crazy. I'm jamming out.
Yeah.
I'm like two-stepping and
Because
stuff.
we were shooting, and
she goes, "Are you guys play?" What did she say?
I think she said, "Are you guys playing?"
She thought we were. And I look up and I look back at you. I'm like, "What do I do? Do I just keep going?" So I'm like,
I don't know. I just kind of waved her off. I was like,
It's like that time I may or may not have gotten too high in college, and my roommates had to escort me into the elevator. There's this random woman in there. Like, they find us as I'm like stumbling back with my friend I'm smoking with, and we get in the elevator. And my roommates are going up. This other chick walks out. My roommate goes, "Yeah, have a good night, ma'am." Close it. Slams the close button.
oh man. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
man.
that was a really fun shoot though.
"Yeah,
It was a good time.
100%, man."
So yeah, well, decided the rap versus corny. Cool kids.
This one's for all the cool kids. Is it on trend to be an asshole every day? I find it really impressive when you flex everything we know your parents gave you. And to all the cool kids, don't know why you never liked me, but that's fine. And newsflash, I see you every single day, and it feels like you go out of your way to make my mental life a nightmare. I get it, you're better, I get it, I'm young. I get that you can't help it but to beat me up. I get it, I'm weird, I get it, I'm so mixed up. Get over it and then maybe just shut up. This one's for all the cool kids. Is it on trend to be an asshole every day? I find it really impressive when you flex everything we know your parents gave you. And to all the cool kids, to know why you never liked me, but that's fine. And newsflash, I don't care about the shit that you say. La la la, la la la. Fuck the cool kids. La la la. La la la, fuck the cool kids. I see you every single day, and it feels like you go out of your way to make my social life a nightmare. I get I'm antisocial, I get I'm always quiet. I get it that you tell your friends my life is such a riot. I get it, I'm not smart, I don't care. Here's something you can take to your heart. Shut the fuck up! This one's for all the cool kids. Is it on trend to be an asshole every day? I find it really impressive when you flex everything we know your parents gave you. And to all the cool kids, to know why you never liked me, but that's fine. And newsflash, they don't care about the shit that you say. La la la, la la la.
Smoke up your kin and try to recoil. Another vendetta's a fake, he's bound to be spoiled. You're boiled in the pan of chagrin. You'll be in soon. Bitch was always littered with words, but never do terms. Fuck, I guess the ones who act like muck are always insecure. But I'm pretty sure that your pure souls have never seen the cure. So say forbidden, Sid, cause your life's a little free of single place bits. At least I'm not those motherfucking cool kids.
This one's for all the cool kids. Is it on trend to be an asshole every day? I find it really impressive when you flex everything we know your parents gave you. And to all the cool kids, to know why you never liked me, but that's fine. And newsflash, I don't care about the shit that you say. La la la, la la la. Fuck the cool kids. La la la, la la la. Fuck the cool kids. La la la, la la la.
All right, that was cool kids. Now moving into I hate everything.
All right.
This one's a real angsty one.
Yeah,
Or it's
so-
about the YouTuber, one of the two.
So I said it earlier. This is literally just like I had discovered Good Charlotte, and I was like, I need to write a song like Good Charlotte. And the lyrics weren't necessarily inspired by Good Charlotte, but the way that I placed the harmonies and the verse and stuff and everything, I don't know, I was just in a Good Charlotte phase. And yeah. No, it was good though. It's about, hitting everything and feeling alone.
I thought it was gonna get scrapped at one point because when we started working on the EP, the war in Ukraine just happened, and you text me and you're like, should we really
be complaining about stuff that really doesn't matter because it's like suburban problems and stuff like that? It took me a while to like seriously realize like it does suck what's happening down there, and I don't want to get too political today, but yeah, and I just realized, should we really be doing that? But then I realized if I was taking it apart, we'd pretty much be taking apart our entire
we'd be
like
literally
discography.
We'd be taking apart the entire band, or like probably discography, not the band, because we could talk about whatever we want to talk
We'd
about.
start singing about how much we are grateful and appreciate our country.
We just become a Misfits cover band.
Oh, even better. Yeah, only Graves era stuff because you're. Ooh, yes. Let's not get into that.
No.
Okay.
Conservatism is the new punk.
So yeah. I mean, yeah, it's really just a song about. It's called I Hate Everything, and it pretty much just says I hate everything a lot. And I don't know, the first verse is just about like waking up tired and hating everything, and then the second verse is about being at school tired and hating everything.
Yep.
And then the verse is about hating everything. Yeah. And then the chorus is about hating everything.
Do you want to guess what the song's called?
It's called I Like Everything.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I hate everything. ENBW.
Double hate. I hate everything.
I don't wanna get out of bed. When I do, I wanna throw up. Only had 2 hours of sleep, trying to get to bed, but I have insomnia. Whoa, every day I feel so alone, and I'm the only okay kid living in my home. I hate everything, and the stress has got me messed up. I'm so upside down and inside out. I hate everything. I hate everything. And my nerves have got me messed up. I get dressed up and get filled with doubt. I hate everything. The days feel like they go on forever as the class clock ticks along. I feel like a rat in a bucket. My hand hurts. The ride never stops. Looking up and waiting for the bell to ring. Looking at the time and it's only been 5 minutes. Fuck.
All right, going into Nevermind.
That one's
Ooh,
fun.
this one's a classic.
Yeah, everyone loves Nevermind. I don't think we'll ever be allowed to take it off the set by any of our
We should
friends or
open with
family or
it too
fans or
sometimes.
anything.
We like to open it with it sometimes.
Yeah, it's fun. But yeah, so basically what it's about is it's like this kid that okay. So first of all, I didn't understand how prom worked when I wrote it because I was like 14 or 13 or something. I didn't understand that it was something that happened for grade 12s. I thought there was like a grade 9 prom and then a grade 10 prom and a grade 11 prom.
In the
and grade
States,
12.
there is
Oh, okay. So
semi-formal, whatever the fuck they're
yeah,
called.
yeah. So there's a semi-formal too, but basically it's like this guy that just wants to ask his crush out to the prom, and he sits on his bed and he thinks about it, and he's like, oh, I'm gonna walk over to your house, but not today. I'll do it maybe tomorrow. Not tomorrow, probably the next day. And he's like, and then he finally does it, and he answers the door, and the dad's like, what the hell are you doing on my porch? And punches the kid in the face. And then he just falls down on the ground,
It's like a fucked up version of Rude by Magic.
pretty much gets brain damage.
Oh, even better.
He gets brain damage, forgets why he's there, and then realizes the next day she'll never be mine.
Yeah.
He gets to that.
And it's a skate punk song, so
Yeah. So we got
for some reason that's technically because you released a version of it. Well, we released a version of it back like June 2021.
Yeah, the first version.
That's like kind of like the demo. That's technically the lead single from Zero Experience, if anything.
Is it available on Spotify?
Yeah.
It's not.
I'm
it's
pretty sure. If you look through.
I don't know. I might have taken it off, but
I think it's
it
still
might
there.
still be
There
there.
it
It's
is.
still there.
Oh yeah, it is there too. If you guys want to check that out, you can see some of their demo stuff. And the original cut's 259 versus 305.
Yeah, it's real. It's real demo-y.
This is one of your big ones too. Almost 10,000 streams.
Yeah, buddy. The album one sounds way better, but the problem is we don't have a clean version of it on Spotify, so we can't send it to radios or anything because it says fuck.
Well, just cut it up. It's not too hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that.
In the backing tracks, there's like a censor bar. With a
Yeah.
No, if
in
you're
the
sending it
original.
live, you can just literally what we used to do for the actual radio show. This is off topic again, but we'd just highlight it, reverse it.
Oh, okay.
It sounds almost flawless. Especially if you kind of just get a little bit grasp of where specifically you want to do it.
So how'd you get the stems for it?
I just reversed the entire thing.
Oh.
That's how we did it with every song that we wanted to clean.
Okay.
You literally just go into Audacity, highlight it, hit reverse. You reverse the entire song, the entire cut of the song, and it works. It sounds fine. The instrumental, because it's such a short, unless it's this big stretched out thing, because it's half a second, right? Yeah. So half a second with a drum beat or whatever, it's not going to sound that scuffed.
Yeah.
And especially if you're doing it for punk and metal, it sounds fine. If you're doing it for something cleaner, like jazz or pop, it's going to sound weird, but
We did get clean versions of all the song, but we listened to Weirdo, I think
we never ended up releasing the clean version.
No, they're just on a USB. So whenever people if they want to play our music at an event and stuff, they'll usually just pull us up on Spotify and they'll be like, "Oh my god, did you say fuck?"
well, just hang on to it, right? Because if you want to
Yeah.
send it out to radio stations, you have those clean ones in your pocket, right? Plus,
Yeah.
you won that, so does that come with some airplane FM96, right?
Yeah, there's supposed to be an airplane. We haven't been contacted about it as of August 19th, 2023. But
Yeah.
but no, it's
I'm
it's
sure
good.
something's gonna happen soon.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
Chorus radio, man.
Yeah.
All right, never mind. Never mind. Never mind.
That's what
All right.
Hey Missy, can you believe that the annual prom is on again next week? Here's a secret that I've been keeping. I think I might have some feelings for you. Hey Missy, can you believe the skinny nerd is asking you out next week? Here's a secret, when I lay in bed, all I think is fuck it, it's all in my head. You'll never be mine, no 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 way. Hey Missy, I swear I'll tell you, just not now. I'll skate over tomorrow and lay with you on the ground. I'll look over and ask it. Hopefully I wouldn't trash it if you could ever be with me. But you'll never be mine, no you'll never be mine, no you'll never be
moving into I'm Fine.
Oh, this one's a fun one.
This
Just
one's
walking
very...
the hot topic.
Oh yeah.
So this one is about how basically like in the part that everyone remembers called quarantine that we all had to go through, unless you're a baby listening to this, in which case, hello.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm your dad now.
So yeah, I mean, it's basically just a song about quarantine that I wrote with, I didn't write it with him. I just sent him the verse and he sang it. Josh from Morav. Thank you for doing that. Really appreciate it. You have a good voice. But yeah, it's basically just about quarantine and how, to me, I was very ignorant and naive about the whole political situation regarding that. But basically, I saw Australia's open back up and like France is open back up.
Yeah,
and here we are in Canada.
Oh,
and I'm like, are you kidding me?
that was a really...
I want to play
Shout out
a punk
Doug
show.
Ford blew it real bad.
Yeah, he featured him in that.
Yeah, we
in
had
that
like
one.
vocal samples.
You actually sampled Doug Ford in it?
Yeah,
From
dude,
the
actually
news,
we
yeah.
did. If you listen
Yeah.
to it.
Was it one where he's like, "Oh, big announcement on COVID coming tomorrow," instead of just fucking saying it? Where
Yeah,
he
yeah.
dropped like a fucking album release.
There's
Oh, dude, tell me I'm wrong, man. He goes,
Yeah, no,
"Yep,
you're right,
We're
you're
talking
right.
about it tomorrow. Lockdown.
yeah, but
That was a really hard time for me because
just like
Yeah.
we start to die when we don't play shows. Like never understood it beforehand, but like we really felt it during quarantine, and we didn't think we would because we didn't play that many shows, but we were like so hungry. We why are you laughing?
No, hungry's a good word to use, but
We
then I
were.
just automatically relate it to food.
Oh.
We were really hungry.
we wanted to go to the grocery store and get an apple. I don't know.
Lucky Charms cereal bars.
Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it's about quarantine in Ontario, and yeah, we played it at Tailgate Talent Show, which was like one of the first big accomplishments that we did was we won this like community
$1,000.
Yeah, we won $1,000,
Which is what we put towards this
Zero
whole
Experience. Yeah, so yeah, the backstory of that is basically there's just like this community TV show called Tailgate Talent Show, and we like went in it and ended up making it to the final round and winning the whole thing. And then the next year, I actually worked as a cameraman for them, which is fun. Yeah, but that's where the money for Zoo Experience came in, and we played it. We played I'm Fine there, and they thought it was just an anthem about Ontario, and I didn't tell them until we were all like sitting in a circle in chairs in like this motel parking lot the next year. I was like, the song's about quarantine, right? They're like, it is? And it had been, yeah, it was crazy.
on the Ontario anthem.
Yeah, they honestly were like, you should sell that to the Ontario Tourist Board.
Oh,
I'm
God.
like,
No.
I don't know if that would
Yeah, here's a
work
song
very
about one of the
well.
world's longest lockdowns.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
see that? We had one of the longest. I think there was like one or two, and most of them were in China that were longer than us.
Yeah.
Between the
That's
three, like.
it drove us crazy, and so I had to write a song about it.
All right, well, I'm fine. EMBW.
What is it, day 462? And I wanna spend some time with you. I've been wasting away in this empty house for way too long. And the borders, well, they're all still closed. And the concerts, good luck with those. But almost everywhere else, it's a different story. I'm fine with wearing several masks if it means that I can go see my friends, and I'm fine with getting some needles in my arm if it means that I can watch my favorite bands like the down here in Ontario. We're not allowed to go anywhere anymore.
I understand how people want to get out there.
My brain is rapidly turning to mush. Working high school online is such a rush. The walls are closing in and I'm having mental breakdowns every week. Conspiracy
better than this. We're better than this as a people, as a province.
I'm fine with wearing several masks if it means that I can go and see my friends. And I'm fine with getting some needles in my arm if it means that I can watch my favorite bands like we're down here in Ontario. We're not allowed to go anywhere anymore.
It's irresponsible, reckless, and it's selfish.
All right, moving on to weirdo.
Yay! So this one's basically
This
just,
is one of the. This is like the second. I was thinking saying one of the first songs we made for Zero Experience, but like
I don't-
I'm Fine technically came first.
yeah. I don't remember when we wrote it, but I remember the first time we played it. It was like the night that we found out that we won the $1,000 in the grand prize at Tailgate Talent Show. His extended family called us and was like, "Okay, we're throwing a party at his house. So when you get back, go back to Tilsonburg, and we're throwing a party." And we had this party, and they were like they wanted us to play a song, and I was like, "I'm a little bit tired," and they're like, "No, play a song. We threw this party for you. You're playing a song." So I was like,
There's a broken piece of like this
rock band
rock
drum
band
kit, but there's no like there was no legs on it. It was just the two sticks.
I had to put it on my knee.
Yeah, he put it on his knee, and I was playing through this like
You were
Strat.
playing, you were playing my guitar.
I was playing his guitar, but it was like it was cutting out, and the chord wasn't great.
How the hell did you drum on a rock band guitar or drum kit?
I don't know.
And so,
Smash it.
so yeah, I just plugged into a line 6 that he had, and we played this song called like Weirdo, and it's basically just about, you know, we were trying to figure out like a way to label who we are and stuff, and we realized, you know what, we're just weirdos.
Exactly.
You know, like because at the time we were, it's about being alone, but it's like you're never actually really alone because you're not the only
There's
weirdo.
other people who are like have the same interests as you.
There's other people, whether you can see them right now, that are out there that you can be friends with, that you can relate to, that you can share your problems with. Whether you've met them or not, they're worth meeting.
Yeah.
And they're weirdos.
100%.
We're all weirdos.
So yeah, weirdo, EMBW.
We know the beat, but can't find the tempo. So we blast our shitty music on the stereo. We're spinning in circles and we're all alone. And that's what it's like to be a weirdo. Do you scream into your pillow, but you don't know what for? Do you buy 2 tickets for a rock show when you know there's never one more? Do you sleep with your eyes open when it's not even day? Do you wake up in the dark
right, moving into Zero Experience, the title track and the final track on the record.
Yeah, so this one's basically just about every insecurity that I've ever had boiled down into one thing. About, you know how like when you're complaining to someone and you start listing off things and then you realize that you've said so many things and you're just like, ugh, I have no idea what I'm doing and stuff like that, right? So it's like, yeah, it's just a song about not knowing what you're doing, what your future's gonna be, where you're going, and
That's
you know,
basically, that's literally the reason the EP is called that way, because like when we made it,
we had no idea.
yeah, 100%. We didn't know like what our future was gonna be. We didn't know what was gonna come after we made it or like after we put it out. So,
Because all the stuff, like, we put out Zero Experience in August.
Yeah.
So we did High School Battle of the Bands.
before.
Yeah. But that's pretty much it. Like, everything else that is big has happened after. Like, we didn't do the awards or anything like that after it. We really didn't know where it would be going. We're just like, if we can put this out, we can, you know, we got it. We have our foot in the scene.
And even then,
It
looking
can be
back,
just like polluted and mental.
yeah. And even then, looking back on it a year later, there's definitely, I'm just going to be honest and say there are definitely some flaws with it. Me personally, I do definitely think we kind of rushed it. Like,
Oh my goodness.
near the end.
Yes.
Like, I feel like, honestly, we should have, when we fully completed it, I feel like we should have waited till like September. Me personally.
Because we fast track released everything because we were, first of all, it took us a long time to record it.
We announced way too many things at the same time.
What were we at generally? Like, was it 6 months?
Probably, because
Yeah.
we announced I'm Fine. Like, I kind of like the way we announced I'm Fine. It was a surprise drop. We did that. Like, 2 weeks later, we announced Weirdo dropping July 29th.
7 months.
Then that same day, we played a secret show in Tilsonburg at this band shell thing. Then 3 days later, we announced the EP, including the single dropping on Friday. And it was just a lot.
Yeah.
And then we announced the release party like 2 weeks before.
Yeah. It was a hard thing to market, like, to get traffic and everyone in there. So, but the problem with that is that it took us 7 months to get everything tracked, mixed, and ready. And we thought it would take a lot shorter because, like, other bands take a lot shorter. But the problem is we were doing it with a friend. And nothing wrong with him, but obviously if you're doing it with a friend, you start to, like, talk and get distracted, or stuff doesn't, you know, work out, or there's personal stuff that they have to deal with because, you know, you're not, like,
And there's things
paying
you
them
aren't,
a ton
and
of
like there's
money.
things you aren't like vocal about, you know, like
Yeah, because we were nervous. We were very nervous.
this was like our first time in the studio, and like I feel like it still definitely happens to us, but I feel like we need to try and like not do that. We need to like be completely 100% honest with
Yeah.
what we want, because well, we haven't been in the past, and clearly has been some setbacks with
Yeah.
some stuff.
But he was very understanding.
Yeah,
but
100%.
that's the reason we, like, the whole thing got rushed, is because we intended to be finished it way before that. And then as soon as we finished it, because we were like, okay, it's pushing it if we announce it before we have the track. So we'd get the track and we'd be coming up to our release date where we were going to drop the whole thing. And we were like, okay, it's getting too close. We have 2 songs to promote. We just got to, like, throw it out there. And the problem was that we booked the release show way ahead of before we finished everything else. So we're like, this is the deadline. We have to be done like that. And we can't afford to just book another
we
one.
100% should have done. Well, we have literally it's
It's
come
called
full
Zero
circle.
Experience.
Zero Experience for a reason, because
Yeah.
we literally have zero experience to all this. And in my opinion, like, we could have like released it September, had a release show 1 month after it came out, 2 months after it came out, because that's what bands typically do anyways. But we thought at the time we thought it'd be more magical. We played it the night it came out.
Well, that's more what I've seen too. Like, Mental State Polluted will do it within like 24 hours of the drop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we want to do, but we're definitely going to, like, plan it out a lot sooner. Like, right now we don't have anything that's completely finished production, but we're not going to say anything specifically regarding release dates and song
Honestly,
things
finish
until
the
we
record
have...
before you tell anyone.
Yeah.
That's what I know
Exactly.
the Pollutive guys do. They had finalized cuts from them before they even announced the EP.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what we're going to do in the future, but we just recognize that was like one of the issues and stuff, but we can hide behind because we called the album or EP Zero Experience.
So yeah, that's going to be Zero Experience, ENBW final song.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I've never even known what I'm doing. Constantly struggling to be known. Try to charade is older than everyone else around me. Forced to mature, but it's happening slow. If I'm starting to get annoying, just know inside I'm really sorry. And if you don't like it, then I don't wanna be seen. But here I am, losing mental gain. And all I really know is I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where I'm going. I don't know how to help anyone or myself. And I still don't know who I really am. And I have zero experience doing what I claim to love. I need some not enough emotional support from my friends and parents. So what the hell happens when I lose all my confidence like this? I should just give up cause my mind is about to explode. I need someone else help me steer this road. I feel we can help us when I ask for help. A constant battle whether I'm allowed to be myself. I don't wanna be stuck on the shelf. I don't wanna be like everybody else.
So yeah, you guys have anything else you want to plug? Anything else you want to talk about before we wrap?
We have some shows after
Labor Day.
After Labor Day, September 14th, we are opening up probably one of the best DIY festivals
Wait,
there's ever going to be.
September 14th.
That's the Stomp Fest.
I thought that was 16th.
No.
We should check that.
Checking.
Why did it's always been the 14th?
Stompbox Stomp Fest. It's 2 days, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maritime Stomp Fest, definitely not.
Oh
No. Yeah, we're opening up the first night, which is the 14th.
Which is hype. Lovers is gonna be headlining.
There's a secret guest. We're not gonna say who it is.
Secret guest.
We're good.
So yeah, EMB. Yeah, there's 2 lineups. Yeah, 14th and 15th. You guys are the 14th.
Okay, sweet.
So we have like
Poachers.
Oh, so it's not the same day as something else.
No.
Okay, sweet. So we have the 14th at Stompfest, and then we have the 15th.
15th is with
And-
Polluted and Travesty at
Yes,
the back alley in
sir.
St. Thomas.
Yes, that's gonna be hype. We're
Check
gonna-
out our Insta page for more details about that.
Yes, we got a poster up there.
What's your Insta
it's
page
10
at
bucks a-
EMBW Music?
Yes, sir. And that's everywhere else. Wait, where are we? Threads, TikTok.
Threads.
We haven't used Threads in
The
a month.
4 weeks that people use Threads.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna be honest. I haven't even checked.
Well, all I know is we're user 68,000.
Our plan with Threads was we were just gonna like kind of copy and paste Instagram to Threads, and
Yeah.
I was kind of charged that, and I'm like, there's like one or 2 days where Threads was relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, pretty much every social media except for Twitter, whatever X it is. now.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
No.
Everywhere else, you can find us. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on
Well, it's on TikTok.
on YouTube. Yeah, TikTok, all that good stuff. Yeah. And then yeah, did we say we might? I don't know if I should announce it. We might have a show on the 16th too. Just like pay attention to our Instagram page. But we are confirmed 14th, 15th. Good. They're gonna be good shows.
Oh yeah,
Gotta see you guys out there.
We're gonna have plans for there's probably gonna be big show plans for November probably because June this month was, I will say, our most busiest month yet show wise. We had June 2nd, which was a Tilsmark Legion show that I put on. June 7th we did the Coffee House. June 11th we played in Hamilton for the first time, which was obviously sick.
Where'd you guys play in Hamilton?
Casbah, bro. We're 100% gonna be coming back to that November.
Speaking on Hamilton, just real quick, side note, support the Kill Room. They're going through a hard time right now. They're a great venue, great people run it. Reach out to your MP, reach out to the Hamilton mayor. Just do whatever you can. Go to their Instagram at the Kill Room and just do whatever you can to support them.
Yes,
please do.
That's a huge blow not only to Hamilton scene but the Southwest Ontario scene at large.
Dude, it is. We were gonna do a show July 8th.
Yeah, it was the day that they found out that they couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah, then like 3 days before, they're like, you're gonna have to shut it down. I'm like, bummer.
Yeah. So yeah, hopefully we can get that back up and rolling.
I'm hoping we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we have big plans for the rest of the year. Going forward, June was one of our busiest months, so I think we're gonna try and do that again in November because although it was really busy, it was also really fun. It kind of gave us a taste of what touring is like. Yeah. If anything, so we kind of want to replicate that for November. Hopefully we can expand where we play too. We've played, I'm not gonna lie, like obviously we love London, we love playing there. We played it like I think
lot
too much.
Yeah, we might have oversaturated.
So obviously maybe we might be trying to hit like Windsor, Hamilton 100%, maybe even Toronto, Mississauga, that area, because we've never played there before ever, but we know some sick bands from there.
Yeah.
So
So yeah, we definitely will have shows coming up. We're not going to the dark or a hiatus or anything.
We are starting a new era, kinda.
Yeah.
Because Zero Experience is a year old, so we've kind of decided to maybe like this is kind of. Well, there's the Zero Experience area, and everything up until the 1 year anniversary was kind of us like promoting it. And after now that it's a year old, we're not kind of putting any songs of it in the vault just yet, but we are kind of trying to move forward. I'd like to think we're in a midpoint right now.
Yeah.
Where we're trying to promote some of our new stuff, but yeah, I think we're kind of in a midpoint, which is eventually going to lead into the new, bigger, badder era.
Which is gonna get a little bit. I don't want to spoil too much, but it's not necessarily going to be the same type of sound that was on Zero Experience.
Not at all.
We're excited for that.
Well, hell yeah, boys. That's been a good one. You can find them on Instagram at ENBW Music, any other social medias other than X, Twitter, whatever the hell that nightmare is. And you can find Super Rad. Well, if you're watching this, it's going to be on the YouTube channel, the Radcast on YouTube, and you can find us on Instagram at super_rad_official. Shout out to the ENBW boys for bringing this fucking podcast back out of the goddamn closet.
Hell,
It's been sitting there rusting. Episode 3,